Okay. All right. Today we're going to do what I would call a little bit more traditional Zentangle, if you will. We're just gonna tangle our way through a tile.
Yes.
That's the only
Okay.
way I know to describe it.
That's good.
I will give you direction as we go, but you all know that the rule always is you can go off and do your thing any minute you want. You can say, Peggy, that's a nice idea, but I have a better one, and do your own thing in that space. That's totally cool with me. So, all you need today is a tile, any tile, and I'm going to show you um, the variety of tile options one has if one uses Zentangle tiles. So give me a minute. Let me share my screen. Make sure this camera's behaving. Okay. All right. Everybody got me?
Yep.
You got
Yes.
all my little pens and
Yep.
okay.
Mhm.
So I'm just going to give you kind of my decision-making process. So I knew I got a lot of these. If people are interested in tan tiles that are the lighter color, it's a little darker than this. It's showing up a little lighter because of the sun that comes in my window. I may just do this quick. Oh, I'm sorry, Bailey. Did I hit your foot? I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Oh,
I'm sorry. So sorry. Did I startle you? Moved my chair too far. Come on, lie down. You're all right. Yeah, I was all right till you ran over me. Okay.
uh, are you
So,
are you are you videoing? Are you
yes,
recording?
yes, thank God how Nani reminded me. So we're good.
Okay.
Thank you, Susan. So it's a little darker than this. Those of you who have had it before know. The newer tiles, they've done a switch in product, and the newer tiles are more like this.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Now,
Very good.
take what you're seeing, at least what I'm seeing on my screen, take what you're seeing on the screen and darken and brown it up a little bit in both instances because it's a little browner than you're seeing here. Here it
Okay.
looks, yeah, that's worse. Well, that's
Yeah.
a little browner. You can kind of get it.
Yeah.
All right. So just to tell you, and then of course you've got all your Zendalas, right? And then the 5x5s. And I've got all three sizes or all three colors. I apologize. So for me, I sat around going, okay, so where do I want to do this tile? If I'm going to work on a black tile, I'm going to use a white jelly roll. If I'm going to work on a white tile, I'm going to use a black micron. If I'm going to work on a beige tile or tan, as they call it, I might well use a brown micron. So whatever flicks your Bic today, whatever feels like, oh, I would like to work with that. That's what you should use. This is a phi tile, which we don't use very often. And I've decided one of the things I want to do in my next class is I want to play around with phi tiles. So I'm going to do some of this in 2 weeks, just so you know. You don't have to buy Zentangle phi tiles, but they're kind of fun because they give you a proportional thing on the back and it lets us kind of play with where we put things. Just saying. Okay. So what we're going to do, so what do I want to use while I do this? I'm going to use a black Zendala and I'm just going to use a white jelly roll. Now you can use any of the other tiles that I showed you with any of the other pens because there's no requirement for any particular tile or pen combination to do this class. Okay? Fair enough? Mimi,
Yes.
it's all your fault that I keep going back to black because you showed us those amazing black canvases that you painted on, and it just blew my mind. So I've been coming back to black ever since. So,
It's fun, a change.
yeah, sometimes. But just so you know, I've also done this on 2 white tiles that I'll show you in a second. Okay. Do you all remember Cadent?
Yes.
The tangle cadent?
Mhm.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, she says confidently, is I'm going to take a white tile to start with and a micron pen, and I'm going to quickly review cadent. Now, let me tell you why I love cadent. In my opinion, cadent is a tangle that has so much variability that it's almost overwhelming, all the different things you can do to it. But we're going to start off with straight up cadent, which is basically a grid of orbs. Simple, no biggie. The other reason I really like cadent is because the orbs are always connected by the same S stroke. And it's a normal S stroke. In other words, an S is like this, right? And that's the stroke you're always using to connect the orbs in your grid. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use an S stroke and connect this one. And I'm going to just go right down and connect them all using that S stroke. Make sense? And then I'm going to just do that next row and the next row. Okay? Then I'm going to turn my tile. And guess what? I'm going to use that same S stroke in the same direction. And I'm going to connect these orbs. And you can see when you're using an S stroke this way, you never cross the line, right? That rule we have about you don't cross another line in Zentangle. Only I've seen people do it all the time, but theoretically. All right. Now, you probably have figured out already just by looking at that you have about 550 million different things you can do with that tangle. That tangle can become its own string. You can put other tangles in here. You can also simply aura. And then you have a whole nother space to do something with. You can make these orbs white. You can fill them in, ink them in, or you can ink them in, leaving a little sparkle in it. I can also put an orb in the center, and guess what? I can just S stroke my way all the way around. Now I have something very different again, right?
Yes.
And if I did that in every section of my cadent tangle, let me just quickly do it in 4 here so you'll see. Suddenly I have a meta pattern, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember about meta patterns where you don't start out to create that pattern, but suddenly you do? So now I have a flower in the middle. So if I take this, look what I've got going all the way around. So suddenly what was just 6 little rectangles, the word went away in my brain, suddenly now becomes, this little flower. Cadent is amazing because also you can do crazy cadent. And then suddenly, what seemed like kind of just a regular boring set of rectangles becomes something totally different. You get my drift?
Yeah.
Yes.
And does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put, when I put this video up underneath it, I'll put a link to the website I think you guys have seen before that I've used that calls Cadent and Then Some, where she gives you every possible variation of cadent one could ever create on the face of the earth, which is overwhelming. I can relate. But what we're going to do is we're going to take whatever tile you've chosen to use. I'm using black because I liked that one that I did as a test the best, and I'll show you that. Maybe I'll show you that. I don't know. Let me, there it is. So I use a white chalk pencil to draw my string. Easy to erase if I don't cover it up. So what I'm going to do is, and you would do this exactly the same if you were working on a square. All right, I'll show you the two differences. And it doesn't matter if it's black, white, or tan. So I'm going to do a string that kind of goes like this. Okay, so here I would just, I'm not going to do a border. Okay, I'm just going to do the string. So I'm just going to start off with that kind of a line. Okay, and then I'm going to do another section, if you will, that's going to be just like this. And up here, I'll probably, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll make this side a little narrower. Yeah. So just two different, you want 3 sections when you're all done, and that's just the string I've been using. Easy peasy, no matter what. Now, I'm going to show you, I always struggle with how much to show you at the beginning, as opposed to just letting you do your thing, you know? But I want you to have a sense of where we're going. So I'm going to show you 3 examples. Now, just be clear, none of these are shaded, and that's intentional because we're going to shade them together. So I didn't shade them. But this is the first one I did. So here's my cadent, right? I just inked in all these squares. And then I did a different grid up here, and I just drew a grid, and then I did print Tom with a little sparkle. That's it. And then in here, I smashed in 5,000 botanicals. That's what it felt like. Sorry. Trying to make a little joke there. Sorry. So E of 4 is one we've done before. This is regular old flux, just coming up the line, right? Rain. We've done rain. Rixty. Any of these that you don't remember or want me to show you, I will. Rixty. Oh, come on, Peggy. Furby. Easiest one in the world. I said sprinkle, but that's not sprinkle. It's the other one, which I'm blocking on. This is a flower tangle that's kind of fun I can show. And then this is just Hollis. Remember how Hollis is the same kind of curve, but there's no head on the muka? So it's just, and then I just put little henna drums hanging off of it. So all that is stuff we've done, right?
Yes.
So all I did is I just made my cadent was first, but I made some decisions when I did this. This is the first one I did. And I went, geez, Peggy, that's a whole lot going on there. Now it will change when it's shaded, but it's still a lot going on there. And I didn't, yeah.
Leave that up. I want you guys to observe her composition. She's grounded it by blacking in the cadent, and then she's mimicked the printom in a grid. That is brilliant. And then within the middle part, she's had a little bit of dark but not overly so. She ties all three uh, strings very well together. So we've got some geometric, but we've got some florals. It's a great composition.
Jesus, I don't think anybody's ever said that to me. Thank you. I'll take it. When it's, to me, it all smushes, okay? But that's the other reason I didn't shade it, because I wanted you to see when you get to this point, it does look like a big smush together. And it is the shading that pulls the different pieces apart and makes distinctions between them. All right, so then I went, well, maybe it was too busy. So I started playing around with a different one. And this time I did Cadent the way I was just showing you. So now I've got some choices to make when I shade this, and we'll talk about that when we get there. And I just, because smaller space, right? So I just did a couple EF4s. I did the Hollis with the henna drums hanging off. And then I hadn't decided this yet, so we can talk about that. All right. And then this is my fun one.
Ah,
This is why I like black. So this is Cadent, and I'm going to show you this particular version because that's what I'm going to do here. This is
Shattuck?
No, no, it's not Shattuck.
it'll come to me. I find the brain is an interesting thing when you age. The things that are so close and you those are the ones that slip away. I don't understand that. I'd like to study that someday. Okay, so I'll tell you what that is in a minute. But you can see that I decided to separate it, that I wanted to give it a sense of separation from my Cadent that I didn't necessarily do here. So I put that in, and then this is, I knew I should have kept the book out.
Finger.
No, it's not Vertigo. It's, yeah, maybe it is
Oh,
Vertigo.
that one is the far left, or our far left is the Vertigo.
Yeah, Vertigo. This is Vertigo. This is Rixty. This is not Sprinkle, the other one. And look at that. I opened right to the
Doodles?
page.
Toodles? Is that-
No, it's give me
Oh,
two
it's-
shakes. It's right here. I promise. She says,
Zinger.
It's Zinger.
Zinger. Thank you. Zinger.
Mhm.
Thank you. It's
It's
Zinger,
actually-
Vertigo, and Rixty. All right. And then this little 3 dots, amazingly enough, is actually a tangle called, and I just looked it up when Marie was on with me, and now, therefore,
Mhm.
Maria made that up. I think it's just fun. So I really had a good time with this. I have gotten into EF4s lately, and I'll probably do that in my sample one, and then maybe a Vertigo, but we'll see. See, when I get into the feeling I want you to have in this class for this tile is that you're just starting the first space, and then based on how it feels when you finish it, you decide what you want to do in that next space. And we've just talked about lots of options, and if there's something else you want me to show you, I can do that. And I'm not going to remember the name of that tangle because I want to. Kiko.
Wait.
Yes.
Say it
This
again.
is Kiko.
Kiko.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It just flew away from my brain. I got it back. Yay. Okay, so does this make sense, y'all?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, cool beans. I'm going to start with my, which one am I going to do? I'm going to do the round one. And I may go, nope, I'm going to stay with this. I like this. Okay, so I'm going to create now my grid of orbs. That's all I'm doing. And I'm staying with a straight on grid. I'm staying with regular Cadent, not crazy Cadent, because I think there's a lot going on in this tile and we don't need more craziness. Just my opinion. Now, I'm using one of these Uniballs, but remember with your Jelly Roll white pens, you've got a 5, an 8, or a 10. So you do have the option of getting them different sizes. I tend to use this one, which is getting low in ink, so I may have to switch in the middle because I like how it flows. But everybody learns to like different stuff. Okay, are we ready? I guess the question is, am I ready? Now, I immediately have an option, right? I can keep my grid straight across, or I can let my grid follow my curve. Here, I decided to let my grid follow my curve. And I think I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to put my top ones in first. Now, let me find my cadence. Think about it. It's not going to show very well, Peggy. If I were to make my grid wider, right? So let's say I don't have it wider going this direction. I have it the way I did it up above. But then when I come to this direction, I go a little wider, right? So now I have a different kind of set of choices about what I would choose to do in this space. Like I could aura, and then I could do the embellishment we sometimes do in Huggins, right?
Mhm.
Or what I've also seen that I kind of have liked is just I didn't space them very well, but you get the drift. So you have more choices. Let me say this better. The shape you create controls, gives you different kind of options when you go to use that space for other kinds of embellishment or tangles. Make sense? Am I
Mhm.
overdoing this?
Nope, nope.
All right. I'm going to follow my curve just because it makes me feel happy. There's no other reason. When I do strings, I tend to draw curves because curves somehow just come out of my pen. I don't understand it. It just happens. Oh, I've got these kind of close. That's going to be interesting.
Make mine closer than I wanted to. Ooh.
Okay. Now here, I don't have any orbs, so I just draw the line like I was going there. Same thing there, right? I'll do that too on the ends, but for now, I'm just going to show you this particular embellishment on Cadent. I find when I'm doing an end that goes off, if I do it after doing a bunch of other ones, my pen has gotten into the rhythm of how the shape is, so it's easier to pretend that I'm going off the page somewhere else. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yes.
My pen keeps the right
This is interesting. You got to let that gel dry.
Yes, you do. You do, because I smeared a lot of them, trust me. And then it would be, okay. Now I'm going to go, because I want to stay away from the wet ink, I'll go up here. And this is what I would do, right? If I was going to another orb. Whoop, whoop, wrong way. You see how there's no, like, it isn't just hanging. There's always a sense that it's going somewhere. Now, after doing so much busyness here and here, on this one, I decided what I wanted to do was multiple lines. And as soon as it dries just a little more, I'll show you what I mean. I'm just going to change the name of this one so that it's right. Zinger. I've been trying so hard to write my tangles on the back of my tiles
Yes.
because I don't do it, and then I curse
Mhm.
because I'm trying to remember what in God's name was the name of that damn thing. Okay. One of the embellishments on Cadent is rather than just doing one S curve, you do more than one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a second. Okay. I'll do it here so you can see it easier. Is that, yeah, the camera's coming clear. So I do the second one. And then on this one, what I did is I did a third. And then
It's
because
tethered.
I'm sorry?
It's tethered each time.
Yes, it's the same S curve, Joanne. It's exactly the same S curve I used when I created the grid. I'm
Uh-huh.
just doing it twice more.
Okay.
And then I decided to take advantage of the fact that I'm using a Jelly Roll pen, so it's a little inkier. And I just took that center curve and I just inked it a bit more than the other two. That's all.
Okay.
And I thought that was kind of a fun effect, and I didn't have to worry about creating some new tangle inside each of these spaces.
It reminds me of waves, and then the Kiko makes it look like a ship.
Yep, yep, I love it. That's true.
Kind of cool.
You may have to replace this pen.
I love that effect.
I thought it was cool, particularly with that Jelly Roll. I thought it was really easy to do now. It's also probably good with microns. I just hadn't tried this particular effect that way yet. I was headed to a tan tile and then I ran out of time.
I did it the other week, but I didn't make it fat.
It's the same concept. It would work equally well because you just have to
Went the wrong way.
add ink, as we talk about all the time, right?
This is so zen.
That's what I think. That's why I like Cadent as much as I do. Shh. At least you didn't roll over yours, Mimi.
No. She just barks at anything she hears.
Yeah.
Be good or you're gonna have to go out.
Whoops. Now I gotta do this end.
We had a bunch of coyotes here the other night.
I
Yeah,
had
we've
one
had-
in my yard.
They're loud.
We've had real problems with coyotes in our neighborhood.
Ungodly.
They go for the dogs, the little dogs.
Oh, yeah. I don't let my little dog out without me.
Good choice.
Chihuahua would be like 2 bites.
Oh, yeah.
She would put up a good fight, though.
Yeah.
Knowing her.
That still works. Even though I was a little close, that still works. I also think Caden is a forgiving tangle,
Mhm.
which I'm always in favor of.
That's good to say about anything.
Yeah, amen. I'll be darned. Well, okay. Take it. Yeah, this one's going the wrong way, girl. There we go. Oof. This is a good example of how just simply placing your orbs and how close or far apart they are in both directions changes the look. This one actually seems wavier. It's funny. You know, this is funny. This really is nice. And I got this idea just this morning. It's really interesting. All right, I'm going to keep going. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
So my decision when I saw how this came together, when I made this tile, was I want to separate my sections of my string. So I decided I'm going to ink in that. Am I going to have to get another pen? Not yet. I'm going to ink in that chalk line that I made and that I used as my guideline for my cadent. And then I decided that this for me was too smushed, so I was going to aura that line so I had a little more distance. You want to aura it as tight as you can so you're not pushing your next tangle too far up. Now, the other decision I made when I did Kiko is I wanted Kiko to stand out. I didn't want it to get smushed into the line. So I intentionally left a space between my 4 lines. Kiko as a tangle is basically these single mill straightforward. It's 4 lines. Can't see that, can you? Now I'm smearing my own tile probably. 4 vertical lines, and then 4 horizontal lines that touch. And obviously your goal is to get them spaced as closely as possible, right? So where you end up touching is your vertical lines definitely touch your horizontal. As you can see, my vertical connected to the horizontal lines.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have anything, hopefully this is a little long, but I tried to keep a space at the bottom and a space at the top.
I see.
You see the diff?
Yeah.
So what
For
it
pointing
did,
that out.
and I had to really think about that one because I thought to myself, okay, you want the Kiko to stand out as Kiko, not to end up being part of the aura lines.
Right.
So that's the most thinking I did.
Well, that took thinking though.
You did. I'd have to admit that. So what I did is I started horizontal so that I was sure so that I was sure that I'd keep that distance. And it's again very zen. It's a very zen tangle because you're just 4 lines, 4 lines, 4 lines.
What
Now
is
you're
this
also
called again?
Keeko,
Thank you.
Keeko.
Thank you.
And I think I'd have to look it up, but I think it's a headquarters tangle. Now I'm going to admit to cheating because a couple places here I didn't like how my lines lined up or how big the space was. So I just took my black pen and I said, oh, no, we'll just make that longer. Like I could just go right here with my 05. And now that space is more. It's a wonderful thing working on black. It's also working on white or cream because you have a white jelly roll. So, you can kind of repair if you need to. I also had to think because I stayed with the curve. Yeah, like see right there, I don't like that. It's too close. I have to fix that. Like this one. Thought I'd confess my sin. I'm fixing it.
I like your fix.
See,
There
it
you
works.
Mhm.
So now I can get them a little closer.
Might need to let it dry.
Yeah, I know. I'm impatient. That's better. The micron is usually good dry. It dries in seconds. The jelly roll, not so much. There we go. Now it's perfect. Well, not perfect, but I like it better. How's that? So I won't try, I'm trying not to belabor this, but I had a choice again when I did my next Auraline, right? Because if I had done right on Keiko, that Auraline would have absorbed the top line of the Keiko tangle. So I knew I had to come away.
Mhm.
Sorry. Shoot. Hang on, 2 shakes. Hello? Sorry, my brother's physical therapy guys are supposed to be calling, and so I'm answering numbers that I don't know.
Yeah, don't you
Oh.
hate that?
Yeah, it's awful because it means that I have to listen to the firefighters and the police and somebody who says I'm not in the Medicare registry. And yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Ooh, that one's not too bad. Take it. How you doing? Okay. I'm not hurrying you because the idea is the zen, you know? So just zen away. Okay, I'm going to write this while we're taking a minute for you to go. I'm going to write these tangles down here. Yes, Bailey, she's home. Go on, go get her. It's okay, go get her. All right, okay. Come on. Dance. Go get her. Go. Go get her. Go get her. You were talking about dogs hearing everything. When one of us is gone, the minute the door moves, closes, the car comes in, she always hears.
But what a nice welcome home.
Oh God, yeah, it's wonderful. All right, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, you do need to look up just a minute. So I want to ask you what you would like me to show in terms of the tangles I pick here. So this is vertigo. This is Ea4. This is Hollis with henna drum, Rixty. What would you like?
And the drums are nice.
They are.
And Hollis.
Okay. The Hollis and henna drum one? Okay. I can do that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The what, hun?
That's a good one.
Okay, you got it.
I always have
Alright.
a problem with Hollis.
Yeah, it's kind of like Muka in that regard.
Yes.
So let me think. I'm going to put it here. I'm not sure I'm going to follow this line. We'll see. I'm going to put it over here, okay? But I want to give myself room for my henna because I didn't give myself room here, so.
Hollis has two L's, right?
I'm sorry, honey, what?
Hollis has two L's, correct?
Correct, it does. That is as simple as Hollis gets. What most people will do is a combo. How do I want to say this? They
Yeah.
put the Hollises over and under each other.
Yes, that's when it gets.
Trickier. Yep. What do I want to do? Do I want to do? Well, let's see how that goes. So I'm going to do the Hollis first. And then I'm going to deal with the henna drum in terms of the over and under. Okay. Interesting.
Hollis is really just a hook, right?
It is. It's just, it's, if you think about it, Muka, okay, is the same concept of the hook,
Yeah,
but you come around and do a bulb,
right.
right?
Right.
But Hollis, in essence, is the same hook.
Without the bowl.
In fact, if you look at the original Muka, when Muka was first created, let me look. Muka original 93. So the original Muka looked like this,
Uh-huh.
which is Hollis, right?
Right.
Yes.
And then this is how Muka evolved.
Right. Nice. Yeah.
So you see, Hollis, when they do it in the step out, is very much kind of like a cluster of Hollises. People who use Hollis have changed a lot in terms of its use. That's when they got into the henna drum hanging off it and other kinds of embellishments, modifications, whatever words work. I think I'm going to do one more. Okay, let's see what happens here. I'm going to hand drum. Ooh, that worked well, actually.
Yes.
Yes, nice.
Pretty nice.
There you go.
Yeah,
I've done it that way before, but it's cool.
That's great.
You just never know.
Mhm.
You never know. It's the you never know category. All
I
right.
like
I'm
that. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. That's fun. One thing I was going to show you that I didn't show you before is my Vertigo. You see how it's got poke roots?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when they talk about embellishments in Zentangle, one of the things they say in one of the books I have is that that's called grafting. So it's not like I'm not morphing one into the other. I'm just grafting one onto the other. So I'm just saying, okay, this is Vertigo. Oh, wait, here's some little poke roots sticking off of it. That's it. It's nothing magical. It's just a different way, another way to embellish. Now I got to figure out what I want to do over here. What do I want to do? think I need two, but I don't want them that close. What do I want to do? Okay. I can manage that. Right. I'm going to quit for 1 second on this. You can kind of see where I'm headed. I think what I would do here at the top is I can't do it right this second because I think it's still wet. No, I'd take out my chalk line. Carefully. 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 And I would probably do mist up here. Or therefore. What do you think?
Ooh,
I liked that therefore. I never saw that before.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's like stars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think
does it,
mist.
yeah,
Go ahead.
Nope,
No, go ahead.
nope, nope, nope.
I think mist would be I'm worried mist would be too much. Because it
Well,
would be like,
might balance the cadence on the bottom though.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Oh, hell.
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why you just play.
Pick one, go with it.
Well, I did therefore at the top. maybe what I'm gonna do is pick. Do it on the back of this. Not that thin, that's too thin. Let's try the 8. Yep, let's try that one. Yeah, I kind of like mist.
Yes, yes.
I'll be darned, it does work.
Yes.
There you go.
Like it. Like it.
All right, I'm gonna stop a minute because I want to show you some shading options. Thank you. Okay, what I wanted to show you, hopefully this was worth all that. I'm gonna shade right along here. Normally, when we shade over ink, we don't put pencil down, right? Because what it does is if you use the graphite pencil on something you've inked in, it makes it really shiny. Unless you get something called Pitt Graphite Matte, which means it's a matte finish. It's really fun. I only use it in situations like this when I really want to shade all the way across and I don't want to have to skip my inked in spots. So that's when I really use it. So I've done a lot here because I want this to be really strong. So I'm going to fix it in place first. And then I'm just going to pull it out just a bit. You can see what a difference that makes already. Just, just distinguishing the sections. You know, now it doesn't feel like a big mashup altogether. That was my take on it, mashup. My thinking on the cadence with the ink is mainly the edges. I've still got so much pencil left on that torchon. I thought maybe. I'm also going to have to get that paper clip back out, aren't I? And just leave it on there. Okay. That was my thinking. I didn't want to do a lot of shading in this version of Cadent.
Yeah.
And then I was going to go up here. I don't need that one anymore, but I might as well stick with it since I've got it. Again, to mark that border. Because in this instance, I decided to let this stuff go on top so that my grid was behind. But in this instance, my Furby, The Furby was underneath. If any of that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, when I did this particular version, I did have to make a decision that I was going to go ahead and ink in that guideline, and I was going to let my back be behind. But I made that decision after I did these botanicals. So I let all these botanicals go, right? So the first thing I did was the cadent. The second thing I did was the botanicals. And it wasn't until I'd finished the botanicals that I went ahead and inked in this line and then decided to add these two things that were underneath. Does that make sense? It's like I didn't decide it necessarily ahead of time. I just decided the order in which I was going to tangle on each of the sections of the string.
Yeah.
And when you make that decision, you in essence invariably are by default making a decision about what goes in front and what goes behind. Well, you are if you go past the border, because I could have done all of this and stayed within my string line. And instead I decided, what the hey, I don't like being obedient. So I went ahead and let some of my botanicals go across the string. See, now these guys pop out because they're
Yes.
up above, right? And then I can just go and do just a tiny little bit of shading right in the middle of my, what I would do is right in the middle of my print tom, because I want that sparkle. Now, some people would shade the other side from the sparkle like that. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's another option. I kind of like shading the center, but it's all it's your gig. The Eophores, you shade the base. Which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
The Flux, you shade the center, and then you do the go behinds, anything that's behind another one. And the Henna Drums, you shade at the base of the leaves. Now, I'm taking too much time. The last thing I want to show you, sorry, I got thrown out here, is that you really have a choice here in terms of how you shade, because the way you shade will accent which of the parts of this that you want to accent. You'll notice that I chose to ink in the center circle orb. I didn't ink in the ones that I drew to create the grid. Now, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. If you want to accent this meta image that you've created.
Somehow there's a rectangle on the middle.
Yes, there is. Judas Priest.
Site can't be reached.
CDC Privacy Shield app. Well, at some point, I'm going to have to give up this computer, I'm telling you.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
It's tired.
It is. It's old, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to say
Can't just
goodbye to it one of
dismiss?
these days.
Mhm.
Let's see if I can make this go away.
It's very confused.
Nah, it's me. I got rid of the wrong thing. Okay, so it quit having the triangle. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me what's going on. I can't tell you. I'll have to figure it out. I'm going to have to move to the other computer, but that's another day. I can't do that right this second. So if I choose, and I'll hold it a little. So if I choose to shade out from that meta pattern, that's what's going to get emphasized, right? If I choose to shade what's in the center of each of the squares, that's what's going to get emphasized. I'm not doing very well on this because I'm trying to hurry, but I think you get the idea. Hence, I don't want everything to blow up before we finish. Lordy. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing, okay? Did this make sense at least, kind of?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, good. All right, do you want to show what you done did?
Can you put
Yeah.
those two, can you
Sure.
put those two back on again?
Which
Peggy?
two, babe?
The ones you just had, the side by side.
Sure.
Good idea. Take a picture.
These two?
Yes, great, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, got it.
I do like the mist, though. I didn't think I would, but I do.
Yes,
I like that.
I like
Yeah,
it.
me too.
You're getting rain on your flowers.
Yes, and this tangle is
That's-
called rain, so that
Yeah.
makes sense, right? That's fun. Okay. Anyway, stop sharing. All right. Does anybody want to show what they did? Done did it.
Can I
Sure.
show
Marie,
you?
Sure.
you'll show? All right. A volunteer. Woo woo.
I wanted to show you this because when you talked about the cadent,
Oh, wow.
that
Yep.
was that
Oh.
thing from the other week.
Yep.
I
Yep.
had
Nice.
Yep.
done
That was the
Very
hug,
nice.
puppy hug.
puppy hug, but I did
Right.
the cadent for the circle thing around it,
Yep.
which was what a coincidence.
Yeah, that's cool. The
I
cadent
can-
works brilliant with Puppy Hug. That's wonderful.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I can show you what I did, but I just don't have that much.
Oh, but I like
so
So
that.
that's
far.
cool.
That's all I've got.
It's nice.
That's good.
That's it for me.
All
But this-
right.
I think
Marie,
it's,
do you want to show, darling?
I got some done this time.
All right, girlfriend, let's go.
Oh, wow.
All
Nice.
right.
Oh,
Nice.
Good line work.
All right, hold it up just a little higher so we can see. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
I love your
Yes.
cadent. That's wonderful.
nice.
Good job, Marie.
Finally.
Not finally, just when. That's all. Susan, Schessler, do you want to show?
well, not much to show.
Well,
Yes,
Anything
you
is a lot.
I
do.
like it.
oh,
Yes,
that's
you
cool.
do. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's nice.
it's getting there.
That's how it goes. Mike?
Sure. These are some, whoops, I dropped it. Ah, these are some tangles. This kind of thing we did in 2021.
I
Yeah?
love
Back
that.
with-
Yeah?
And this one too. But I don't know what either of them are called. I could look it up, but anyway, that's
It's
what I did.
cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I like the branch one. I got to look that one up, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. Honani.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, pretty.
cool.
Very lovely.
very pretty.
Pretty, pretty.
I can do. Yep.
Very dark.
A canvas.
I can't
Yeah, that's what I
say.
meant. Sorry. I canvas. I canvas.
I have to go.
All right.
Bye.
Mary. Mary Howe. whoop, she's gone, so I missed my spot. You want to show, Mary?
No, but I
Wait a
do have a
minute.
quick question.
Okay.
In the beginning of the class, when you were doing the cadence and you put the triangle inside, do you remember
Yeah.
that? Would you did that after you auraed it. Could you do it without auraing it?
You can. Absolutely.
I was just
Absolutely.
curious.
Remember when you have a tangle, the reason you aura is to distinguish between, is to separate between the tangle itself and what you're getting ready to add. So
Okay.
if that separation doesn't matter, then the aura is irrelevant. If that separation gives you some distinct clarity about the tangle and the addition, then it makes sense.
Okay,
So
thanks.
either way is totally fine. It's just all what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Cool. Mimi.
Okay.
Oh, love it.
Wow.
Wow. Very
Wow.
nice. Wow, my goodness.
Neat.
Holy moly, Mimi.
That's
That's
great.
amazing.
Right.
Should have, no, maybe it
love
looks better a different way, but anyway.
Depends
You
on your
never-
mood, Mimi.
I think any way is great.
Mhm.
Janet.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool. Oh,
That's
that's a
nice.
cool embellishment.
Mhm.
That's
Like
neat.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's nice.
nice.
That's
I like
cool.
it.
I like that.
And I think I am doing what Mary was asking. Right, Mary?
Doing it without doing an aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a good point because you can see what that means is that your addition blended right into the cadent, as opposed to if you had auraed and then added your triangle,
Yeah.
they would have been separate from each other. So it's all about the look, and that looks fantastic. So
Mhm.
it's not a right or wrong. It just looks different. So sometimes it's fun to just play, aura, don't aura. Like the first one I didn't aura after my cadent. The next one I did. So, it's just fun. Well, it's fun to me. Whatever. Mary, Veronica.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
Very nice.
Hold it a little
Pretty.
lower.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I love your
Yeah, it-
cadence.
It
Good.
got weighted down by the other stuff, so I flipped it.
I think that's great.
Mhm.
I love it. I love how you
Nice.
did the print Tom in the square instead of the Kiko.
Mhm.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love
Mm.
it.
thanks. Neat.
Margaret.
Okay. I'm doing bookmarks for my family
Oh.
for Christmas.
Wow.
So that's David's read. This is the one I did today.
Wow.
Okay.
nice. That's good.
Cool.
Ooh.
That's
And then
nice.
I started this one for another one.
Cool.
That's
Very
true.
wonderful.
So how far have you gotten with all the relatives? Halfway?
Oh, no. There are 10 adults. I'm not doing them for the next generation. Damn.
That's
I love
okay,
it.
because they probably read ebooks anyway.
That's true.
I don't know.
Okay,
Thank you.
Anne Marie, do you want to show?
I will. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Oh, I
Lovely.
like
Very
that.
nice.
Lovely.
That's great.
I love how
like
you
it
did
on
the
the
hen and
up.
drum on both sides. That's
Terrific.
awesome.
Yep.
Ooh, and I love your cadent at the
Amazing.
top. That's awesome.
Yes.
Well, I was cheating on my phone a little bit. I was trying to do this because I thought that was really cool.
Uh-huh.
It is cool.
It's my interpretation did not look like that. So I got to play with that.
Yeah,
It looks good, though.
understood. Is that a cadent variation?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
looking. I was like,
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looks
Some-
like one of the variations that she does in
I
cadent.
felt like
Yep.
something needed to be at the top. That I'm
Yep.
I'm learning more. Like if this is square, then that probably needs to be squarish. So it's just sort
Well,
of
yeah, it's
that
kind
whole
of whatever. makes you comfortable, because there's no rule. So
I'm kind of
whatever
a rule follower.
whatever feels right to you is right. How's that?
That's fair. Lucky for my mom, I am a rule follower.
Well, there you go. So she got a break. All right, you guys. Anything else?
No, that was
I love
great.
you
Thank
all.
you.
This was fun. Love
This
you.
is nice.
Yeah.
Like
If
this.
you
Y'all have a
guys,
good week.
if you guys want to pick up some phi tiles for 2 weeks from now, that's great. If you want to cut some, I don't know what the dimensions are, but they got them on the Zentangle site. I think it would be fun to try a different shape.
Mhm.
So that's where
Yeah.
I'm going.
Good.
Okay,
Good.
Okay?
Mhm.
sounds
Okay.
good. Thanks,
Thank
Peggy.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
Have a good
welcome.
week.
You too.
Have a good
Bye.
week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't think I recorded that. Oh, no, there.